Kaalamang asahan upang Lindol ay mapaghandaan. Ikalma mo.
Bilis, anak, labas na tayo.
Nay, saglit na, masakit.
Oh, sige. Sige, dito na. Upo na. Sige, ha? Saan ba masakit? Dito. Meron pa dito. Pasensya na, anak ka. Hindi ko alam ang gagawin. Kasi ako natinig sa kanila. Pasensya na. Sko. Asan na ba yung kuya mo?
Nay! Tulong! Nandito po ako! Naipit yung pao, Nay!
Albert! Ikaw ba yan? Nasaan ka? Albert!
Tulong! Ang sakit! Tulong po! Tulong! Kuya, maraming salamat po! Aray! Sir! Bakit po di ko magalaw yung paa ko, sir?
Sir, kumalma
Sir!
po kayo. Ako po si Roger, isa pong rescuer. Huwag po nating piniting igalaw yan. Baka mas lalong lumala, sir.
Pero sir, hindi ko talaga siya magalaw.
Sir, meron tayong kasama sa team na dadaling kayo sa ospital mamaya.
Sir, ano nangyari sa paa ko, sir? Bakit hindi ko po siya maigalaw?
Gagaling to, sir. Kaya mag-alala. Lalapatan lang natin ang paunang lunas ngayon kasi wala tayong dalang gamot para dito.
Sige po. Maraming salamat po.
May tao pa po ba dyan? Diyos ko, dito po. Salamat po.
Nanay, ako po si Tina, isang rescuer. Sumama po kayo sa akin sa evacuation center para po magamot na rin ang mga sugat ninyo. Oh, sige. Diyos ko.
Sabi ko po. Sabi, paano yung bahay ko?
Maaari po nating balikan pagligtas na po ang lugar.
Oh, sige.
Mahigit kumulang 10 barangay mula sa lalawigan ng Laguna ang nakaranas ng matinding paglindol. Halos 50 pamilya ang naapektuhan at kasalukuyang nasa evacuation centers ng kanilang lugar. Manatiling alerto at handa sapagkat maaaring makaranas ng ilang aftershock sa mga susunod na araw.
Iha, ito mahap dito
Aw.
Sobrang salamat talaga ha. Pagpalain kayo ng Diyos. Nay, kayo po, kamusta po? Okay lang ako, oo. Medyo nahihilo lang. Ito po, inom po muna kayo ng tubig. Salamat. Walang anuman po. Kamusta na kaya yung Kuya Albert mo? Sana okay lang siya dun sa hospital.
Oo nga po, Nay. Mukhang malala yung nangyari kay Kuya.
Sensya ka na anak ha. Sana nakapunta tayo dun sa seminar. Baka sakaling di ba ito nangyari sa atin, natuto pa tayo kung anong gagawin ng Lindol.
Hayaan niyo na po. Magsilbing aral na lang po sa atin para sa susunod na Domingo, handa na tayo.
It's not advisable for people to move around. It also is kind of dependent on where you are or what's happening to you at that moment. If you are being rescued by a rescue team, just do what the rescue team says. Their objective is to get you somewhere safe. So if you have to move and they tell you to move, you move. If you are in an evacuation center, it would be best to stay where you're at, again, until the authorities tell you to move or not. But if you were alone or if you were with a group of friends, it would be best to stay still until help arrived or until another group comes in or if somebody's with you. and you wait a certain period of time that you would feel is ample enough for the aftershocks to subside, that's when you can move. Aftershocks are generally, let's say you have a magnitude 6 earthquake, right? Anything that happens after that and is not of a magnitude 6 is not considered an earthquake. It is an aftershock. So you have a 6 and then it goes down to 5, then it goes down to 4, those are aftershocks. But if it jumps up again to 6, that would be another earthquake. So you'd have 2 earthquakes, with the first having 2 aftershocks. Aftershocks happen as an effect of the earthquake. Earthquakes are normally the movement of tectonic plates in a given area. Advisable measures that people should do, one, follow the authorities. But on a personal note, I'm not particularly one to rely heavily on handouts. I would actually prefer to plan ahead and prepare. So as I've said previously, and also in the previous episode, if I'm not mistaken, plan ahead and prepare. That's the best thing that you can do, because if you have your resources at the ready, if you've planned and if you've prepared for whatever it is that you would need or whatever it is that might happen to you, there is less of a chance of bad things happening to you. So a lot of the cases that would probably occur would be under trauma. So deformities, contusions, abrasions, punctures, burns, tenderness, lacerations, and swelling. So these are likely going to be the situational things that happen to you. First aid measures for the said injuries. Some of the things that you could do, well, again, I'm a very big advocate of planning ahead and preparing. Bring a med kit, bring an individual first aid kit, bring something like that, bring a trauma kit. Trauma kits cater specifically to injuries that are obviously deformities, things like that. I would probably recommend bleeding control. So if you're going to bring a first aid kit with you, bring something that can handle bleeding. But generally gear it towards more of the heavy injury side. Elastic bandages are great. Triangle bandages are also great, but I would pick elastic over triangle. Also, if you don't have the funding or if you don't have any of these equipment, it would also be nice to learn how to improvise these things. Improvisation is a great way to stay alive. It may not work 100% of the time. An improvised tourniquet is never going to be better than a manufactured tourniquet, but an improvised tourniquet is still better than nothing. So take a first aid course. You can use t-shirts as stretchers. You can use all sorts of things to improvise. You can use socks as elastic bandages. You can use anything really at your disposal. If you have plastic bags, you can use that to seal up burns. If you have, what do you call this? If you have like planks of wood, you can use it as a splint for fractures. If you have, what else would you probably have? Maybe if you have a handkerchief would be great as an alternative triangular bandage. It can be used as a sling. It can be used as a number of items. So, you know, it's really a matter of the person preparing for what they are willing to expect. So some of the first aid measures are those. Obviously, there's the 911 initiative that they are trying to implement. The 911 initiative is great. There are also other ways to contact, but actually one of the best things that you can do is work with your community. If you have a barangay and you're close with the members of your barangay, go for it. Plan as a group, as a community, because we don't know when help will arrive. Make your local government, you know, aware that you need a response team, or volunteer, or call them via radio. Radio is a great way to go about things. If you're in a situation that cell sites are down, obviously it's an earthquake, cell sites go down, you don't have any network, you don't have any internet, you don't have anything else, two-way radios are a great way to stay in touch. They're very versatile and they're rugged in the sense that you can bring them around and, you know, they're not easily going to break as much as your cell phones would. You can use a two-way radio to get across miles and miles of distance. That's a great way to communicate. If not, hand signals, whistles. If you're stuck in a building, have a whistle on you. Blow that whistle. If you have, if you can sense rescuers outside your structure and you're trapped inside, use the whistle. Shout. Use anything at your disposal. My final message would be always, always, always plan ahead and prepare. That is the one thing that will save everybody. Because if you are well prepared, if you are well planned, if you have the survival gear, if you have the food, the water, medicines, everything that you need, the vehicles that you would probably use would be off-road vehicles. If you have an off-road group, if you're with an off-road group, use it. Use that to your advantage. Use everything that you can to your advantage and plan ahead and prepare. The only thing that we can do, really. So, yeah.
Lindol ay di maiiwasan, pwedeng mangyari kahit kailan.
Makinig, matuto ng malaman kung paano ito mapaghahandaan.
Maging mahinahon anumang sitwasyon. Alisto, alerto, handa na tayo upang ligtas ang buong nayon. KALMA, KALMA, kaalamang aasahan upang lindol ay mapaghandaan.